You know, it's kind of weird. We're sitting here, beginning of the season. This is the quietest preseason I've ever done. My whole focus was on reducing the squad size because, as I had a look, we have a massive first team squad. So trying to get people offloaded hasn't worked, but that was the plan. We've made. No, this isn't right. We've technically made two signings. One was a guy that we actually signed last year, but the deal only went through this summer. It's the 18-year-old, well, he's now 18-year-old fullback. He's away out on loan already. And we've signed one player to replace the one player we sold, because the one player we sold was not in a position I could actually, you know, make it that little bit smaller. Still the rest of August to go, I guess. But yeah, weird transfer window. Nothing's happened for us. But we made one signing. And yeah, today we're going to do the Community Shield, or the Charity Shield, whatever it's called these days. And then we'll be doing the opening league game against Aston Villa. And depending on how long that takes, we even might throw in the Super Cup against Lille. Yeah. But with all that said and done, there's only one thing left to say. This is Garbage Gamer. My name is Duncan. Welcome back to the Journeyman. So hi everyone. Let's deal with this, I guess, piece by piece. Marco Arndt's, his loan deal that was permanent at the end of the season went through. Everybody was happy. He's left us to Cagliari for 30 million. Neil McClelland has went to Juventus, same type of deal, 30 million. Loads of players went out on loan. Most surprising one, I think, is Jamie Muggeridge, a guy who we're not even convinced is good enough for our squad at all, who was took to the World Cup with England, has went to Paris Saint-Germain on loan to be their first choice goalkeeper. We'll see how that goes. Reina went out on loan. Parker went out on loan. Ahmed went out on loan after signing a brand new deal. Guzman we put back out on loan. He is on loan at Rennes. Fans are not happy about that, but I don't really care. Diallo is away on a loan to buy. If he goes, we will make a loss on him, but there's a 30 or 35%. What do you call it? Sell-on percentage, not profit of actual sell-on. So hopefully that deal will go through at the end of the season. Samuel Mohammed is also out on loan. He is out on loan at Feyenoord. But the big sell, the one I was expecting to do, is Alex Cotter. He's left in a deal that we're going to get 34 million not up front, but guaranteed 34 million. Could rise to 40. We only signed him for 15 million. So after the season and winning the league with us, he's moved on. Pretty simple. He's away to Sassuolo. We have accepted offers for other players. We'll talk about that in a minute. We did sign his replacement. His name is John Joseph. He is a 19-year-old Scottish right back. We signed on a £20 million deal from Celtic. Here he looks solid enough. We are training him to be a complete wing back. That's his plan. We think we can develop him into a good right back. Players who have signed deals. Lucas Gomez has signed a new contract. Lesueur, we extended his contract because we had a year left. He had no interest in signing. Lemma, who we put on loan, he signed a new deal. So did someone else. Ryan Marshall, actually. He was out on loan, and he has been since he came out of the club. He signed a new 5-year deal with the club, which I actually authorised. So he came through the youth ranks, hasn't made an appearance for the club. Spent a season out on loan at Oldham in League One, then a season out on loan at Huddersfield in the Championship, before a season out on loan at Mallorca in Spain's top flight, before coming into us now as a squad player. And I like him. He's a pretty solid all-round midfielder. Yeah, I like his physicals. I like a lot of his some of his technical abilities. So yeah, he's going to be playing that. You may have also going to be doing a formation change this season. But there is that Chang Hyuk's back with us. Things like that. So this is kind of where we're at just now. We have tried to sell a couple of players, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We've tried to sell Guilherme. We've tried to sell Sinval. We tried to sell Diallo. but we couldn't get a bid anywhere near what we wanted. We tried to sell... Well, fuck, there was someone else I tried to punt, but it didn't go anywhere either. Doesn't matter. The young Spanish player that we signed for 20 million? Yeah, we signed for 20 million from Barcelona. We were going to use him this season, so that's one of the reasons we've changed shape. But couldn't get the squad size down, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to put him out on loan. He's 20 years old, he's Spanish, not going to count as homegrown yet. Let's get him out on loan. And we received a bid worth a total of 56 million from Inter Milan. We've also, so we accepted that deal. We've also accepted a deal from Len to loan him till the end of the season. I'm happy if either of those go through. I would probably kind of prefer to keep him, but 56 million plus a percentage of a sell-on. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I am not going to argue with that. So there's some moments that might happen before the end of the window, but as things stand, probably not. Yeah, this is a lineup for today. So it's the Charity Shield, or Community Shield, sorry, it says it up there. That's what we're doing first, so it's not a major game, but anyway. So we're going to have what I'm going to call is like my second choice 11, with the exception of the striker position. There is no real second choice there. It's like first and then two people batting it out. But so it's going to be a Madeline goals today. Joseph, Silva, Cecilia, and Royals making up that back four. And as you can see, quite an attacking to complete wing backs. Cecil will play as the deep line midfielder at the base of our midfield, with Marshall and Sinval as our centre mid. He isn't the second choice for that position, but Toboas is injured. We actually received a bid which we accepted for Toboas. We didn't offer him out, but they came in for him. It was a deal worth about 80 odd million from Manchester United. We accepted the deal. He didn't want to go. We were okay with that. We weren't planning on selling him. Just the bid came in. Too good to turn down, I felt. So we moved him on. We accepted the bid. He rejected. He's currently out injured. Vaz is playing right wing. Diabate at left wing. And Chang Hyuk has returned to us. He is playing up top today. On the bench, Laskowski, Estrada, Gomez, Guilherme, Solheim, Malkov, Derry, Ray, and Jones. Let's get into it. Let's see how we get on today. You can take number 15. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to see how we actually get on. I'm going to say we got on today, sorry. And it's going to be an interesting one because I don't think this game is going to show us anything we do or don't know. I don't really even put this in much of a vital importance, but it's a trophy we've never played for before. And it would be good to just get it in the bag. If it's good enough for Mourinho to make it one of his treble winning trophies, is good enough for this guy. We finished our Continental Pro license, so we've got all of our coaching badges now. So yeah, we're a fully badged up coach. I guess a couple of things we may as well talk about actually in terms of the transfer. So Lucas Gomez, it's like the story of my summer for a lot of these guys. So we have an ageing squad. So Gomez is 28. They're 29, one or the other. We only signed him for 14 million, so I'm not bothered about making a loss on him or letting him run down his contract at any point, but his contract was up at the end of the season. We were initially told, without actually speaking to him, which is my fault, that he had... Get it clear, no interest in signing a new deal. So we offered him out for about 80 million, I think, is how much we valued him at, or 70 million. What in that kind of between 70 and 80 million. That's the price range, if you like. The only interest he had was from Saudi Arabian clubs. None of them have bid for any of our players, even though they have an interest in like a few of them. I'm not really sure what's going on there if they just don't have the finances, which is weird. But anyway, Coutinho wanted to go down and sign a new deal, and I thought, you know what? Let's cash in now, and his value's high. We can see what we can do. So we offered him out, nothing came about it. And then, like a week... Oh, excuse me. Either a week or 2 weeks later, we had like our weekly coach staff meeting thing. It's like, oh, I should offer him a new deal. You know, his contract's up at the end of the season. It's like, you're the same guys that told me we wouldn't sign one. So we went and spoke to him. Yeah, he was like, yeah, let's sign a new deal. So we got him in a new 3-year deal. And NASA's like, no, we'll just keep him. Let's not move Gomez on for the sake of moving Gomez on. That was one. Guilherme's a different example though. So Guilherme is about the same age. The difference is Solheim is now a better centre mid as him, but not a good defensive mid. So Solheim's probably going to be a first choice centre mid, where it'll be Malkov and Cisse will play as a defensive deep line playmaker in the defensive mid position. We'll then have our advanced playmaker being Sinval or Tabors. We're going to try and do a double pivot in that midfield with either a ball winner or a centre mid or attack or a box to box, depending kind of what we have available. That's going to do it. So I was like, you know what? You're aging. You've got interest from Saudi. They declared interest in you via the press, which I was like, okay. So we offed them out for, I think they said they were going to pay 81. I believe I offed them out for 82 initially. No bid. Offered them out for 80. No bid. We asked his agent about generating market interest. He's like, there is interest, but they're not willing to bid at the moment. I was like, okay, so why the fuck did they declare interest in publicly? So just now with Guilherme, we're kind of in a weird place. I've asked him to try and find himself a new club now. To be honest, he's one of the players that if we can just move on, I don't think we're going to be any worse off. I wanted to move on Sinval because we had a ready-made replacement not ready to sign, but there was a guy, we knew how much it was going to cost to sign him. We could afford his wages. He was about 5 years younger. We think he'd have been perfect in the centre mid position, but we'll still have Sinval and Tabos. We can't make that move. If we had just Tabos, I'd have made the move, but we don't. So my kind of want to refresh a couple of positions just isn't happening just now. And that's where we are at. It's currently 1-1 in this game. Big deep breath in. Big breath out. Just calm ourselves. It's the first kind of competitive game of the season. No reason to be angry at watching your second choice go. Vaz had interest from Real Madrid, but Real Madrid are only interested if other targets of theirs fell through. It never did. They've dropped their interest. If we did sell Vaz, excuse me, I was going to make a move for the Liverpool. Was it Liverpool, wasn't it? Liverpool winger we tried to sign this season before, that Broomfield, 18, 19-year-old. I think he'd have been a perfect swap for Vaz, and he'd have been homegrown, which would have helped a little bit as well. I am worried about trying to register our squad for the European competition. We're going to have a couple of big-name players not registered, I think, and that's going to cause me a massive ball ache. An absolutely massive ball ache. I'm not really sure how we're going to deal with that, but it's kind of where we're at. Really surprised there's not been more interest in some of our players, but in one hand I'm not too upset, and the other, a bit confused by it, but is what it is. I'm just about to tell some players I'm not happy with the performance, try and fire them up, including the new signing Joseph. But he's playing a role that isn't fully natural with him. He can play it, and he's comfortable-ish playing it. But this is him making a massive now step up in quality from Scotland to the league, the team that just won the league in England. So, big step up. Royals isn't playing particularly great. Any interest that Leon had in Olafemi has been dropped as well. So Olafemi's still here, which I'm happy about. I like Olafemi. I liked having our 3 left backs last year. But yeah. Good ball in. That was not that. I'm also tempted to try out the back 5 we switched to a couple of times last season. I'm going to try and be a bit more flexible this year, I think, with the formation we're playing. The one thing we are about to do, though, is make a couple of changes because we're just not playing well. So we're going to bring on Gomez to replace Joseph. That's just a fair and easy swap. Going to bring off Diabate, bring on Derry. Going to bring off Cisse, bring on Malkov. Can't bring off Royals unless I plan on playing a really defensive left back, which I'm not in the mood for. Vaz is a bit tired as well, so we're going to bring on Ray, I think. That just makes a bit of sense. Play him as an inside forward on attack. Leaves us with one more sub. We'll see how the rest of the game goes, but leaves us with one more sub we can make. And we'll see if we can get into the game. I don't think this goes to extra time. I think it just goes straight to penalties, so... If you're going to win the ball there, Derek, you've got to score it. I'm sorry. You've got to score it. That's a good finish. That's a really good finish. Begrudgingly, that's a really good finish. Okay. Chang Hyuk, go there. You go there. You'll be an advanced forward. You will be complete forward. You're going to play up in the wingback position. On attack. Going to bring on Estrada. Play him as a wingback on defend. It's a kind of messed up shape, but we're just going for it as we try and win this game now, or get back in the game. Probably a more correct way to say it. See what Derek tried to do there, but he just didn't have the pace to get by their fullback. Good save, Amato. Thing is, we are going to have a massive kind of gap in behind the right back, and we know that. That's pish. That was pish. I'm not really bored if we lose this. It's not the end of the world. Just kind of interesting watching us try this different shape. We have been playing it through pre-season. Not all of pre-season, to be fair, but part of pre-season. So it is kind of interesting watching it. Some players just had a really bad game by those things. Derry and Diaby have had a poor game. Vaz had a good game but get tired. Ray's had a bad game. Malkov's not done much since he came on. Same as Gomez. No, there's a few just bad performances today. Which is fine, it happens. It's rather happen now than, you know, important games. Oh, we have 6 substitutes we can make in this game. Did not know that. Did not fucking know that. I would have made another sub then. We're unlucky not to equalise there. And that's it. All over. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 2. We did not win the Community Shield. I don't really care. Join me in a couple of seconds as we take on Aston Villa, and we'll see if there's been any movement for us, transfers in or out. And we're back for the second game. The lad Chulis has signed for Inter Milan. That's it. That is the only thing that's happened. That's the lineup then for today, and it's almost, I would say, our strongest 11. Seidel in goals, that very familiar back four of Gomez, Laskowski, Estrada and Aina, with Malkov just in front as the defence mid, with Solheim and Sinval as our two centre mids, with Vaz, Derry and Jones the front three. Joseph Silva, Royals, Cisse, Marshall, Diabate, Ray, Hyuk and Olafemi make the bench. Cecilia and Guilherme are injured, along with Lesueur, who is still injured and has been since the World Cup. Can't remember what's up with him. I want to say spine. Something to do with his spine. I can't really remember. But this will be a very good game to see if our change in shape from a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-2-1-3, depending, is worthwhile. Or going to work. Now we went to a 4-3-3. Kretsky, former Arsenal player. We sold him, never played him. And in terms of where the predictions for the league are, we are predicted to finish first this season, but the board are happy as long as we qualify for the Champions League. So that is a small mercy, I suppose. I would say the only thing is with what we're playing now, we know that having the playmaker when it's to Boas, when he's playing centre mid instead of attacking mid, that he will still come up and support. So we're going to need that from Sinval still. But hopefully Solheim will be a little bit further forward as well now than he usually is. Although we know he will come forward, he will have shots from distance. He did it as defensive mid anyway. But just hopefully might help us maybe win the midfield battle that sometimes we just don't. Especially when it's packed defences, when it's like the back sevens. Yeah, they're no fun. They're no fun for us at all. Paris Saint-Germain came in with a loan offer for Guilherme. We turned it down. They didn't want to buy him at the end of it. So we turned that down. We didn't turn it down. We actually negotiated with him to try and get me a bid for him. Like a fee. He can be your player permanently, but they had no interest in that. But now they are interested in buying him. They're just trying to generate funds. So I don't know how much they're going to attempt to bid if they even manage to. So it's a weird position that we're in. But if Guilherme's still here, we'll more than happily use him over the course of the season. He just probably won't get the games he wants to unless we change back to our usual shape, if you like. Rodolfo Vaz gets the first league goal of the campaign for us at home versus Aston Villa. Header at the back post with a ball that is delivered in from Aina, I think. It was Aina, right-footed, back post. Vaz heads it in. 1-0. 1-0. And all's well. And it's 2-0. Derry with the corner. Jones with the header. Is there much more that needs said? I don't think so. Jones stays on as captain of the club, with Laskowski as vice-captain. That was another decision that was just made. And we are comfortably 2-0 up now. Make it 3. Vaz. Somebody who I've always felt hasn't scored enough for us. Well, he's starting this season off on fire. Second goal of the game. Second goal of the campaign, obviously. I'll be interested to see if Chang Hyuk's goal counts as a competitive game. I think the Community Shield's class is competitive in the game. Like, it's not just a friendly game. Well, I'm assuming that I managed it, so yeah, it must be. So yeah, we're doing okay, to be fair. We're 7 shots, 3 on target. All 3 that have been on target have been in the back of the net. We're playing back of the neck. Back of the net, even. Need to tell Solheim and Derry to just calm their tits so we don't get them sent off. But everything's kind of looking alright here, to be fair. We have so much money we could spend, but we just don't really have the space in the squad. That's kind of where I'm at. It's money there to be spent, but in terms of a squad of players, our squad's too big. It's still too big, I think. And we'll know that when we try and register for the Champions League. I don't think we're going to be able to register everybody. Somebody's going to be unhappy. I just don't currently know who. The only player I'm going to almost guarantee I won't register in the case I need the space is Guilherme. He won't be registered for the Champions League as things currently stand. But everyone else will be. If I can. Anyway. Derry. Back post Vaz. Oh, unlucky. Try to get the hat trick there. Malkov's not playing. He's doing okay-ish now, but he wasn't playing particularly well. But we are playing okay, so we can now start making some changes just for the sake of changes. We're going to give Olafemi some minutes early in the season. I'm also going to take off Solheim, bring on Marshall. I need Marshall to start getting used to playing with the teammates. So only change I think I'm going to make just now. But I think I might bring on Royals for Derry. Just to keep it as wingers out wide just now. I don't think I need Diabate to come inside to score goals. I know Vaz is getting tired as well, so that's probably another sub worth making in a couple of minutes. thing is, with having the deep line playmaker as the single defensive mid, I feel like it might help us when we're trying to build up play from the back, because some of our centre halves aren't the greatest on the ball. Like, Estrada signed a new deal. I don't know if I said that. So with Estrada, he initially wanted to be guaranteed he'd be playing as a ball playing centre half. I don't think his passing is good enough to be a ball playing centre half. So it wasn't a substitution I was eager to make. Not a substitution, a demand I was eager to make. So I didn't, quite frankly. I didn't make it. Yeah, so I think having him there, it might help, especially him or Cesar, just getting the ball off these guys. We're okay when Laskowski's there, but we've got maybe Silva or Cecilia in there. It's not as, maybe not necessarily as good on the, I'm going to just bring on Diabate. It's maybe not as good getting the ball from defence time, so I think maybe now just having one player there instead of the two might help, but we did have a deep line playing with there all the time last season. It didn't always help, so. Marshall with a pass to absolutely fucking nobody there. Cheers, son. And I'd said just bring on Diabate because realistically, I don't think giving Royals 50 minutes is going to make much of a difference. He'll play second choice fullback anyway. Whereas for Diabate, it's probably a bit more important we get him up to speed. Fantastic save from Seidel against an amazing striker in Connor Christie. You know I love him. I'd love to have had him at Arsenal with us. We did have him at Lyon briefly. Or Exeter even. But no, a very comfortable performance so far today. I don't think there's any warning signs here. And to be honest, it was the same in the Liverpool game. There wasn't really any warning signs. It was just an amazing finish that kind of lost us that second goal. Is Sinval getting pretty tired now? So is Malkov. Let's bring on Cisse for Malkov. I thought I'd actually made all 5 subs, so I wasn't doing it. Just see out the rest of the game now. Not really ideal amount of minutes we've just gave Cisse there, but I don't think he'll be too fussed. Good to see Warren Jones get a double though. Start the season strong. Same with Vaz. There's everyone. Good result. Do you know what? Well, yeah, let's just do the Super Cup as well. So join me in a couple minutes, or a couple of seconds. It's more than a couple of minutes for me anyway, but a couple of seconds for you, as we try to, for the 3rd season in a row, try to win the Super Cup. Fingers crossed. And we're here for the Super Cup final, and we're making no changes to the starting 11, and no difference to our bench is Amato and Cecilia are both able to be put on the bench, and Cecilia is fit enough for the bench. So yeah, unchanged side, let's go and see if we can finally win this bloody trophy. That's the word. Trophy. At the time of recording this, I actually still need to go and update the intro so that it has Champions League in it. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Sorry, something just caught my eye there. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I need to update. Why is my mind just went completely blank? Anyway, we're taking on Lille, an old foe of ours from our Lyon days, who are playing the same way that. Why is every team playing like that? The Barcelona way, the 4 defenders, 2 defensive mids, 2 attacking mids, and 2 strikers, 1-0 down. One fucking nil down already. Bloody hell. Let's berate the team. We should not be getting overrun like this. Fucking hell. Okay, okay. Einar, you're right-footed. Just equalised. Is Einar right-footed? I was almost convinced you were left-footed. Huh. Fucking hell, I never realised that. I've been playing this dude left wing or left like fullback for ages, and he's not a fucking. He's right-footed. He's not left-footed at all. I did not know that. Not that it makes a difference, but it's news to me. Anyway, Warren Jones has scored another goal, and it puts us back in this. I never realised you were right-footed, son. That was pish. Good. Oh, initially good block. Right, good one back. Good. This looks okay. Derry's just getting crowded out though. I was pissed, man. Did everything right till he just gave the ball away. Just tried to do too much. Some of these players have had a fucking horror of a game. Malkov, what the fuck are you doing? At least it's 1-1 going into half time. That's a bonus. Go on. Go on. You should have cut that back across, Derry. Derry's having a howler of a game. Absolute howler of a game. We seem to be pressing a bit better. I've not changed any fucking tactics or anything, so it's good to see they're finally deciding to press a little bit. Saw him just end up on his arse there. Offside. Gotta be offside. Surely. Fuck, he's offside. Yeah, of course he was offside. Don't know why the linesman didn't put his fucking flag up. It was obvious. I am deeply not happy with this half whatsoever. I'm going to bring on Diabate. Saw him as having an absolute stinker of a game. So is our defence, actually. I'm going to bring on Silva. I'm going to make that double change just now. See where we go from there. Because I am not happy with that at all. Bub. Solheim's just not getting into this game, is he? He's going to deliver this corner, though. And it's kind of worked for us. Corner. Silva won the initial header. Shot was saved, and he scored the rebound. We are 2-1 up now. I'm thinking I'm going to bring on Ryan Marshall. What roles can you play again? Deep line playmaker. I don't think using him as Zal is ideal. No, keep us a centre mid on support. Let's just see if that helps us in any way. Sinval's absolutely knackered though, so I'm going to bring on Cisse for Sinval. But he will play as a deep line playmaker on support. See if we can maybe create a couple more chances. Diabate, unlucky. I think that still leaves with one sub we can make. Right, Vaz to deliver the corner. Outswinger. Marshall, unlucky. Jones is getting a bit tired now. Malkov's getting tired. Vaz is getting tired. I still think that's not the worst idea, bringing on Cecilia. Cecilia's going to come on from Malkov. We're just going to try and just shut up shop now. Just be that bit more defensive. Feels like our subs have been the thing that's changed the game for us, though. Which is what you need. You need subs that are capable of coming in and doing something if your first choice aren't performing well. Unlucky, Marshall. Unlucky again. Busquets finally, as things currently stand, won a trophy that has escaped us for 2 previous attempts. Oh, unlucky. Can we just hold off now? That is the main question. Yes, go on. Come on. Don't fuck up here. That's a good bit of play. Till that past the fucking Vaz. Thank Christ I did that over the bar. Just a couple minutes left. We really are just holding on. 5 minutes added time. 1-8. It's fine. 3 minutes left. Come on. Yes, go on, Marshall. First goal for the club. First goal of the season. Makes it 3. Puts this trophy firmly in our cabinet. We have won the Super Cup. And I, for one, am delighted. Blow the whistle, ref. Blow the whistle, ref. Finally, after 3 attempts, on the 3rd attempt, we win the UEFA Super Cup. Don't need to watch us lift it, though. Let's be honest. Well done, gentlemen. Well fucking done. And that is where we will be ending today's episode. Let's just see when we're going to come back, though. Probably the end of the window. It's usually what we do. I don't really care who wins the medals. That's not a thing. Schedule. That's what I was looking for. I guess we'll just come back for the Burnley Ipswich game. Yeah. Come back, Burnley Ipswich. Come back, Burnley Ipswich. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching today's video. A bit longer than normal. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a thumbs up. Helps get the channel out there. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye for now. We won the cup.